everybody, Sick this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. Today I ran to Goodwill, did a little digging for clamshells. Just so happens that I picked up 6 VHS tapes today, all of which happen to come in clamshells. Let's take a look at what I got. The first title I picked up was Something Wicked This Way Comes, a Disney movie that I've yet to see. I have heard great things about this. I've definitely wanted to check this one out for a while now. This is actually the Anchor Bay release. It is in widescreen. That's great. Really looking forward to checking this one out because, like I said, I've heard great things. Then I picked up Freddie the Frog. This one actually gets mixed reviews on places like Amazon, so not sure if it's going to be any good or not, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out just from some of the good reviews I've read. This has yet to been released as DVD, so very cool to come across this. Then I picked up Power Rangers Wild Force, Curse of the Wolf. Definitely looking forward to watching this. As I've already said, over the last year, I've really started to get into Power Rangers, so this is definitely something I can't wait to check out. Yes, I do realize that they are finally going to start releasing Power Rangers to DVD, but I still pick up these VHS tapes when I come across them because who knows how many of the seasons will actually get released. Sales might not be good, or for some reason they might just not ever get around to releasing some of the later seasons, so definitely had to pick this one up. I get these for really cheap, so definitely looking forward to checking it out. Then I picked up 3 Disney Black Diamond releases. As I've said before, I'm trying to get the entire Disney Black Diamond release set. Now I only need one more title, and the titles I picked up today were Sword in the Stone, The Rescuers Down Under, and Bambi. So that's it for what I bought today, so now it's what I watched. And you guys already know what I checked out because I watched half of it yesterday, but I finished the other half up today, and that was Ancient Aliens Season 1. Now, I have mixed feelings on this show. The show was decent. I did enjoy watching it. I thought it was a good season, and I'd recommend it if you're into stuff like History Channel shows. If you like History Channel shows, then this is something you're going to want to check out. However, my feeling on aliens is that I do believe there is other life out there. In our entire universe, I can't believe that we're the only life forms. I mean, who knows if there's intelligent life? I'm sure there is somewhere, or, you know, advanced civilizations, you know, who knows what's out there, but I can't believe that we're the only form of life in the entire universe. Obviously, there's something else out there. I do believe in that. I believe there's many other forms of life out there somewhere, so I do believe in other forms of life. Do I think they've ever come to Earth? I don't know about that. I can't say it hasn't happened, because how do I know? I wasn't around. I don't know if, you know, aliens ever came to Earth or not. Maybe it did. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I have no idea. So I'm open-minded to it. You know, it's like I pretty much feel that if I can't prove that it never happened, or somebody can't prove that it never happened, then I got to keep an open mind and say, well, maybe. They do make some interesting points in this show. They show some things where I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I see where they're coming from. Maybe aliens did come to Earth at one point. I get what they're saying. But that's only about 25% of the time. The other 75% of the time, these people come off as just complete nut jobs. The things they say, I'm like, okay, fine. I know it's a theory, and it's one thing to be like, well, this could have been this, you know, aliens could have come down because of this and this and this. Okay, fine. But there should be a counterpart to that. There should be, I would have liked to have seen some debate, like where, you know, the theorists go, well, this could be aliens because of this and this, and then somebody else could have came on and said, well, yes, but these cultures did this and this and this, and that's what this is, you know. So that kind of bothered me, that it was very one-sided, and that a lot of times I was watching the show and they would say, oh, well, this statue must be an alien, or this costume this group's wearing must be an alien because of this. And I remember, I just thought to myself, well, why? Why does that have to be an alien? Why can't that just be the costume they wore? Or why can't that just be the way they depicted their gods or something? Why does it have to be an alien? And that's another thing too. It's not like a lot of the theorists didn't say things like, well, this could be interpreted as an alien. Fine. If they would have said that, like, this could be, or maybe this is an alien, okay, yeah, maybe it is. But a lot of them would say this definitely is an alien. This is proof that there were, you know, people from space coming down here and stuff. And that's what made them kind of sound crazy. The fact that they were just so hell-bent on, you know, this statue or this carving that some ancient civilization did kind of looks like an alien. So that is proof that there must be aliens that have come to Earth. And that's where I was like, that's what makes you sound like a nut job, in the sense that, you know, if you would have said maybe this could have been an alien, or perhaps this creature that sort of looks like it might be an alien, or this carving that shows people coming from the sky, maybe that could have been an alien. Okay, I could get behind that. I could say, well, maybe it was. Who knows? But the fact that they just went, this is definitely an alien, maybe go, why? Why is it definitely? Why, why are you wording it like that? That's what made these people come off as insane, and that sort of bothered me. I kind of wish, well, I can't really say I wish that people would have worded themselves differently, because I guess that's how they feel. I suppose that they feel these carvings and traditions and all stories and like statues and all that stuff, I guess they feel that since they sort of look like aliens, or they show people coming from the sky or something like that, then that must be 100% proof to them that there are aliens. So, it's the fact that they worded themselves like that made me kind of shake my head a lot at this show. Many times during a show, I was just thinking, why does that have to be an alien? Why can't that just be something else? So, that kind of bothered me, and I had a hard time watching some scenes because I just thought these people were just complete nut jobs. But like I said, there was some interesting evidence in this show where they would talk about certain things. I'd be like, that is pretty interesting. I wonder how that happened and why, and maybe it was aliens. Who knows? I also never really liked the fact that they would show things like the pyramids or other big buildings, or like other stuff like that. Things that it's like, well, how did they create these statues? How did they create the pyramids? How did they do all this stuff? And they say, well, it must have been aliens. They couldn't have done that back then. And I kind of feel that's a little prejudice to say that these civilizations were basically stupid. They couldn't have built these things. How do we know? Just because nowadays we think, man, we'd have a really hard time doing this. Well, back then, maybe they knew something we didn't. Maybe they figured out how to create these pyramids. Maybe they figured out how to carve stuff, really, really smooth. Maybe they just knew how to do this stuff. It didn't have to be Asian alien, technology given to these civilizations to create these things. I mean, again, maybe it was. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, it is pretty amazing, the pyramids, and they were showing like other carvings of like rocks that were like super smooth. They were like paper thin. Things like that are pretty impressive, and who knows, maybe. But I also like to think that maybe these civilizations had the technology to do this. They figured out how to do it. I mean, you gotta realize, all these civilizations were basically making everything out of rocks and wood and stuff like that. It was all natural resources like that. They weren't, they didn't really have, they weren't making skyscrapers out of steel and stuff like that. They were just making things out of rocks and stuff. So you would think over time they would have completely perfected how to perfectly, make these statues and make these buildings and all this stuff. You think they would have perfected it over time. At least that's what I feel. So I kind of feel maybe it's a little prejudice to say that, prejudice against these civilizations that maybe, that they couldn't have, there's no way they could have built this stuff. It had to have been aliens helping them out and giving them the technology. I kind of feel that's a little wrong. But again, I don't know. That's the thing. I can watch this show with an open mind, because I don't know if there ever were aliens who came to the Earth or not. I have no idea about that. There's no way for me to disprove it. There's no way for me to prove it. So I just keep an open mind and say, who knows, maybe. So again, that was the main issue with the whole entire show, was the way that people came off. They did come off a little, like I said, like a little crazy, and I just sort of wish they didn't present themselves like that. I kind of wish they would have said, well, this could be interpreted as an alien because of this, this, and this, not this definitely has to be an alien, and prove that aliens have come to Earth. Again, that just made me go, really? Like it just made them seem insane. But as I said, there was some compelling evidence that I thought was pretty interesting and made the show worth watching. So I would definitely say, if you're into History Channel documentaries, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm sure a lot of people who aren't even in the History Channel documentaries would enjoy this show, because I have friends who could care less about the History Channel, Discovery Channel, Learning Channel, and yet they watch this show and really like it. So it is a show, basically, I'd say, for everybody. I guess you have to have some interest a little bit in aliens, obviously, but it is worth checking out. Again, I would have liked a little bit more of a debate as opposed to just, here's the statue, it must be an alien, but it was still decent, worth watching. I'd recommend checking it out. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Very excited about getting all my new clamshells from Goodwill. Got this for 25 cents a piece. Great deal. And Ancient Aliens Season 1, like I said, I enjoyed it. It, you know, had its issues. Some of the people came off as complete nut jobs, but all in all, it was an interesting show. And I do believe right now you can actually get it for $5 at Target. So if you're looking to pick it up, go out there. It's pretty cheap. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what I bought and what I watch tomorrow. See ya.